Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vela for anybody that is new, and if you are new, then welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing my full face foundation and contouring routine for you guys. I also include a lot of tips and tricks in here for oily skin. So if you do have oily skin and you want to see how to maintain your oils throughout the day and keep a flawless base and foundation, makeup look going on all day, then this is definitely the video for you. If you have not done so yet, please hit that subscribe button down below and make sure before you leave to give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for the very first step that I always take is I'm going to take my Juvia's Place foundation, and I'm going to use this to carve out my brows before I actually go in with applying foundation and to the rest of my face. I do this mainly because, one, I'm carving out my brows and shaping them, but also to protect my brows while I'm putting foundation on, because I can tend to just be kind of messy with my foundation. And as you've seen in a couple videos back, you saw where I got foundation on my brow even doing this routine. So I try to do this to protect my brows as much as possible. So that's my first step that I go in with. And then I'll take my e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer, and I'm going to dot that all over my face and rub that into the skin. This is one of my all-time favorite primers to conceal, and not really conceal, but cover up those pores and make your face look nice and smooth and flawless. Then I'll go back in with that same Juvia's Face foundation and dot that all over the face before I go in with my beauty sponge and blend that out. And as you guys know, Juvia's Place foundation, the I Am Magic foundation, is literally my absolute favorite foundation. It is a full coverage girl, because this stuff, one little squeeze of the tube will cover your whole entire face, literally. And this foundation is not going anywhere all day long. It keeps the oils concealed, and it leaves the face looking nice and flawless. I absolutely am obsessed with this foundation. Haven't used anything since trying this out. And always remember to take your foundation down your neck, just to make sure that there are no foundation lines on your face. After I go in with my sponge, I'm going to take a slightly smaller brush just to go in between my brows. Again, I do this just to protect the brows, to make sure I'm not going in too crazy with my sponge and messing anything up. And then I'm also going to make sure, because for some reason on my nose I always can't get everything covered with the sponge, so I make sure all that foundation coverage is done with the brush. Then I'll go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and I'll place that underneath the eyes, the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose for highlighting and contouring, and the center of my chin as well. I absolutely love this concealer. It's affordable, and it's a great dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. And in my honest opinion, I love this concealer more than the Shape Tape concealer. I don't know, I know that was like a hot commodity a few years ago, but I just never really fell in love with it. But this one, I have absolutely fallen in love with and have not used anything since. After I get that placed, I'll go in with that same sponge and blend everything out. And guys, this e.l.f. sponge is absolutely amazing. I think it's like only $4 or $5, and this thing is so soft and blends everything out so nicely. It is such a great sponge. So if you want to try out a new, really soft, easy to use sponge, definitely go pick this up. And it's affordable, which is a win-win. So once I get my concealer blended out, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Stay Spray setting spray. And I do this before I go in with any powders, just to make sure all those liquid products are nice and set and, you know, blended together, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Melted together. There we go. This really helps conceal the oils as well. I don't really know how to explain it, but I've learned this trick a few months ago, and I've been obsessed since then. So after I get that setting spray nice and dried down, I'll go back in and make sure my concealer is blended out before going in with the powder underneath the eyes, because we do not want to set it while there's any creasing under the eyes. Then I'm going to go in with the banana essence banana powder. I believe it's brightened up banana powder. There we go. And I place that all underneath the eyes to set the under eyes and the chin and the forehead area. Basically anywhere that I put that concealer, I'm putting that essence brightened up banana powder. After that, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in the shade Light and use that to set the rest of my face with this really big fluffy foundation setting brush, or foundation powder brush. This is from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collaboration set of brushes, and this brush is my go-to for loose powders. It just really gets the whole face covered so quickly because it's literally half the size of my face. Once the face is set, it's time to start contouring, and I will go in with my, I believe this is Wet n Wild contour, and I'm going to contour my cheekbones, the outer perimeters of my forehead, my chin, nose, and my jawline, and also underneath my lip as well. This is probably one of my favorite contours, and it's affordable. It's super easy to blend out, extremely pigmented, so a little bit does go a very long way. And I don't know, I've just fallen in love with this product because it's affordable and good quality, so it's a win-win. And do not be afraid to take your contour into your hairline. You want to make sure like there's no demarcation line between your hairline and your makeup, so don't be afraid to take it into your hairline. I will show you how to clean up your hairline once all the makeup is done at the end. And here I'm going to be taking this little small angled brush. This is from Morphe, and I'm going to use this to contour my nose. So basically I just dip my brush into that powder and go in on the contour on my nose. So I try to get my nose to look kind of like the Instagram filters, but not as drastic, but that has been my inspiration. And I just have been, you know, doing the practice and fail techniques until I get the nice contour that I like, and this has been my all-time favorite way to contour my nose as of recently. And then afterwards I will also add that contouring powder underneath my lip just to give that little pouty effect. Then I'm going to take my bronzer. This is the Morphe Glamour Bronze bronzer, and I can't remember the name of this bronzer, but I will link it down below, and I'm going to use that to bronze up my face. Again, do not be afraid to take that bronzer into the hairline. We will clean it up at the end, so no worries. And also remember to bronze down the neck as well. You don't want to like have a nice bronze face and then a stark, you know, blank neck. It just does not look good. You want to make sure everything flows together. Then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder again, but this one is in the shade Fair, and I'm going to use that to bake underneath my contour and bronzer just to give that nice sharp contouring effect, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to use that to bake while I finish off my under eyes. So I'm going to bake on my, like where I put that bronzer on my cheekbones and then on my nose as well. And then now that I'm looking like a nice little bearded mustache person, actually just bearded person, I don't know, I look funny. So I'm going to go in after I finish off the eyes off camera and wipe that bake away. And I know you guys are probably sick of seeing this makeup look because it's been in my last 3 videos, but fear not, I have a new video and a new makeup look coming to you next week. So I'm going to go in with the Over the Moon blush from the Sephora collection and place that right over top of that bronzer and also on the outer perimeters of my forehead. I just like to do that for a nice little rosy effect. And also on the sides of my nose and on my nose a little bit in my cheek area. Then I'm going to take that brush that I use to set the under eyes with no additional product just to make sure that under eye highlight is not lost. Then I'll go in with my Wet n Wild You Glow Girl. I believe that's what the highlight is called. But I will link it down below. On the cheekbones, above the brow bone, above the brow, on the center of the chin, and then down the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose for the contouring effect. And then I'll blend it out with my brush. And then I'm going to go over on top of the highlight with my sponge. I have nothing on the sponge, just dampened it a little bit just to make sure that highlight is nice and pressed into the skin. And here's when I'm going to go in with a makeup wipe to clean up the edge of my hairline to make sure all that foundation and makeup is removed. And I'll reveal a nice, clean, crisp hairline. Then I'll go back in with the Tarte Stay Spray and set the face, and this is my foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week with a new video and a new makeup look.